Hello and welcome to the home edition of Kiska Brand Bachega that brings to you India's biggest celebrity brands. And today on our show, we have an actor, producer with close to 70 movies in his arsenal and has entertained us with his craft for more than 2 decades. He's a superhero beyond the silver screen who is fearlessly marching against the virus to save his fellow Indians and in turn has received lots of love from across the nation for his heartwarming work during the pandemic. We bring to you the very talented celebrity who has also been the commander-in-chief of migrants in this lockdown. India's biggest celebrity brand. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Sonu Sood. Sonu, thank you very much for gracing our show.
Thank you so much for having me on. God bless you.
Pleasure is all ours, Sonu. So, Sonu, let's start off. Your journey. I wanted to understand your journey. Sonu, from bribing the watchman to gain entry at the Film City, for looking for acting opportunities, to starting your journey in Tamil cinema, to being credited to close to 70 films, and now also becoming a producer. You've come a long way without any godfather in the industry. So, can you tell us how has your journey been so far?
No, I would say still miles to go, but yeah, the journey is on. I remember I was doing my BE in electronics in Nagpur, and in the third year, I just thought that once I'm done with my BE, I'll go to Mumbai and give it a shot. I'll try for a year or so, and I'll ask my parents if I could go and try my luck in Mumbai. So that's the time I made up my mind that I wanted to be, and I will definitely go to Bombay for a year or so. And I remember the first time I came to Mumbai, I never knew any office in Mumbai. I never knew any. So the only thought was that शायद मैं Film City जाऊंगा and shoot will be happening. Some director or producer will see me and they'll say, "यार कौन है actor है उसको बुलाओ इधर. Do you want to act or something?" I just thought this is the way to actually make things happen. And I remember कि मैंने एक white t-shirt पहना हुआ body t-shirt था और मैं जाके खड़ा हुआ और हम shooting चल रही थी किसी film की, and I was one among those hundreds of people who were watching the shoot. And but no one bothered to look at me, और सब लोग अपने busy थे, actor, producer सब अपना shoot कर रहे थे, and I was waiting for the one glimpse कि जहाँ भी वो actor या director मेरे से नजरें मिले और वो बोले कि यार कौन है बंदा, इसको बुलाए इसको. वो कभी नहीं हुआ. And I remember जो मेरे साथ crowd में लोग खड़े हुए थे वो बोल रहे थे कि यार तू तो खुद actor लगता है और कहाँ shooting वूटिंग देखने आए हुए हो. And लोगों ने बोला भी, but I realized that this is not going to be an easy game. I have to find ways to get into those offices and to get noticed. And then I started my journey. I remember I used to go to this Everest building and famous studios where a lot of houses were there. And the first time I went to this production house and मैंने picture दिया वहाँ पे, and this girl was on the table and said, "आप अपने pictures वहाँ पे रख दीजिए." And she never actually looked at me also. And I kept my pictures and I thought that if no one is going to look at you, and how are you going to get work? So then I just to break a conversation, I spoke to her. I said, "Can I have a glass of water?" She said, "Yeah, of course." Then she started talking and I said, "Kaisa kaam chal raha hai, how the work happening?" She said, "Acha chal raha hai." And that's the time I could spend those 3-4 minutes with her. And I realized that's the only way. And one after the office, in all those offices, I asked for a glass of water. Another time I ended my circle of visiting all the offices, 35-40 glasses of water, and it was but I thought कि ऐसे ही होगा काम, but कुछ नहीं हुआ. And the 1 year that I took from my parents, that 1 year actually took me to realize what the roads in Mumbai leads to, which offices, and कुछ भी नहीं हुआ. And of course the profession that you have chosen is not going to be an easy one. Miles to go, but yeah, the journey is still on.
Great. So you're one of the rare breeds in Bollywood who is actually truly a multilingual star. You've starred in Hindi, Telugu, Tamil, Kannada, and Punjabi films. And you've also won many awards for your work out there. Now, what I wanted to understand from you is this a very conscious decision to be a pan-India brand for the brand Sonu Sood, to actually do work across languages in that sense?
No, I actually never realized that. I remember I came to Mumbai to do movies in Bollywood, and there were a set of producers who had come to Mumbai and they were looking out for a heroine. So I met them in the office and they said, "Sir, aap kahan se?" He said, "We are from Chennai and we had gone for a heroine." They said, "Can you have my pictures?" We said, "यार हम तो heroine देखने हैं, आप क्या करोगे?" I said, "Sir, रख लीजिए, कभी काम आए तो बुला लेना मुझे." And they took those pictures, and I remember after a couple of months I got I had a pager at the time. I got a message on my pager which said, are you keen to work in a South Indian movie? So I called back and he said, of course. He said, Aja Chennai. And I took the first train and I reached Chennai. I remember it was at Vijay Vahani Studios. I had a green khaki cargos with a white t-shirt on. And producer said, "Acha, aap shoot, okay, aap us makeup room mein jaake baithiye and we'll just come there." And I was waiting and I remember if you go in South, you have these high chairs, makeup कुर्सियां होती हैं, वहाँ पे मैं बैठा, सामने एक बड़ा सा मिरर था, and I felt first time as an actor कि शायद फिल्म का करियर यहाँ से शुरू होने वाला है. The producer came in, director came in, said कि आप अपनी टी-शर्ट उतार के बता सकते हो. So immediately I removed my t-shirt. He said, बहुत अच्छी body है, you are doing a movie. तो टी-शर्ट मैंने पहनी and that's the first time I realized कि हो गया क्या, पिक्चर शुरू होने वाली है क्या. And this is how it happened. That was my first Tamil movie film called Kallalagar. And from there, the South journey started, from Tamil, Telugu, Kannada, Marathi, Chinese, all the films I did. But it was not planned, but I think it was destiny.
Wow. And so now today you're actually known across India. Does that give you, as an endorsement, from a celebrity perspective who's endorsing brands, do you believe it gives you a slight added advantage as compared to some of the names who are only probably known in a particular region?
I feel yes. I remember I went for a promotion of one of my films in Hyderabad. I had very big superstars with me at the time. So they announced the first name. Okay, blah blah blah. Please come. Everyone said, hey, blah blah blah. Heroine comes. Hey, Sonu Sood, and the whole people in Hyderabad, they went mad and they were shouting. Hey. And both these actors said, man, people love you, man, here in this part of the country. I said, yes, of course, that I've given so many years. So I realized that it's not, actor is not something if you just get focused in one region. If you're pan-India, you're known in the smaller regions. So I think that's what I came to Mumbai for. And I'm glad that I'm working in all the industries, all these.
I think you've done such great work recently with the migrant workers. So now you started out your endeavor of ferrying the migrants back home by arranging the transport of 350 people who were looking to return to their respective hometowns in Karnataka. By the end of May, you would have helped 12,000 migrants return home and fed over 25,000 migrant workers. A few weeks later, a whopping 45,000 workers had returned home thanks to you. Within the past few weeks, you have now started arranging flights for migrants to return home from far-off places. The question on everyone's mind is, what prompted you to help thousands of poor in need? Where was the seed ignited?
We all were very disturbed when we saw those images of millions of migrants walking across the country. I remember when the first news I read that, there are a few migrants who lost their life and they were hit by a truck or something. So I said, before it's too late, I need to come out and do something which is very, very important. And I couldn't, have those proper, I couldn't have the proper sleep in the night. And next morning, I remember I was distributing food. I started this thing called Ghar Bhejo thing. With a very close friend of mine, her name is Niti, who we are a childhood friend. And we were distributing food at Kalba Chowk, which is in Thana, and we saw these bunch of migrants, and they said कि हमें 8-10 दिन का खाना पैक कर दो, और हमने बोला कि यार 8-10 दिन का क्यों? He said we are going to walk back to Karnataka. So he said just give me 1 or 2 days, I'll get those permissions sorted. Many permissions, I got those buses arranged, and first time those 350 people went in those 10 buses, and they had smiles, they had tears in their eyes, and I thought this is not a story of these 350 people. I need to get in touch with all the people were stuck in different parts of the country. And then I started connecting with people I've sent people from Jammu Kashmir to Kanyakumari. And as we are talking, almost 92,000 people back home, through the whole effort that we did.
Kudos to you. I think the nation wants to pay a huge thank you to you. I think there's a lot of work that you have done. Any individual, any other members who helped you with this journey of yours to take the migrant workers? Do you want to talk about them who have supported you behind this?
Of course. It started growing with most 350 people. Then a lot more people started approaching. I remember me and Niti, my friend. We said, how to get in touch with them. And if we promise them, we have to deliver, and we have to make sure that a person who's waiting for a call at a dhaba in Haryana or Delhi is there, because Sonu had called him, because tension mat lo, main tumhe ek din mein wapas bhejta hu. And there are thousands of people waiting in different parts of the country. How are you going to do it? I remember in those weeks, I hardly slept. In the whole night, I
Wow.
was
Yep. Yep.
these migrants. In the daytime, I was on the road 16 hours, speaking to the authorities, speaking to different states, their DMs, their ADMs, chief secretaries, principal secretaries. But how can I get them home? And what is the process? All the states were under lockdown. People were not allowed to come on roads. I remember in a place like Bombay, imagine if you promise someone in Nalasopara or Vasai or Palghar and all New Bombay, these districts, how to get them to a place where the bus is going to go from. There's no mode of transport. You can't get them to get them to these places and the states which I am not aware of and the people I am not connected with, how it's going to happen. Then he started a toll-free number, then he started a WhatsApp number, and he started connecting with all different people in different states. Because ये काम आपको करना है. I have every single DM's number across the country on my phone. All ATM's number, all DCP's numbers, all chief secretaries, principal secretaries number. So he's talking to everyone. और आप विश्वास नहीं करेंगे कि आज भी रात को ऐसे talking 2:30 in the night. We had sent a few buses to Uttar Pradesh. They were supposed to go day before yesterday because I had a train to UP, and there were 2,700 migrants who landed up on the station. The is only 2,100. 600 people were stranded from morning 1 p.m. to 12 o'clock in the night. They were standing at the station, and I felt very bad. I said, "ऐसा नहीं होगा," and we arranged these buses for them for the past 2-3 days. My people haven't slept. हम लोग सोए नहीं हैं क्योंकि इनको घर भिजवाना. But I'll tell you the kind of happiness that you get. Reach back to the home. You can't put in words. It's the best thing that has happened in my life ever, I would say.
Sonu, a certain leader from Maharashtra's ruling party, Shiv Sena, accused you of helping the migrants only because you harbored political intentions, as he proceeded to call you a front man for BJP. Is it true that BJP was tactically aiding your efforts so as to discredit the Maharashtra government?
I didn't read actually personally, but I got an article written by Mr. Raut, and but still date, as we're talking, I haven't read the article, but it said something that, he's a front man of some political party and all. So I remember on that particular day, there was a movement of almost 7,500-8,000 people who were traveling to Jaunpur, Uttar Pradesh, and Patna in Bihar. So I was very tied up. I had to bring them back to their homes, and I got a couple of calls from some common friends who were politically connected with the ruling party, and they said, "Okay, of course, there's some confusion. Let's sit and finish it off." So I said, I can't come now because I'm busy with these people. Otherwise, they'll miss their buses, they'll miss their trains. So maybe in the night I'll speak about it. And the whole day I was busy. And there's a very close friend of mine. He's from Congress, Mr. Sheikh, and he said, "Sonu, chalo yaar, milke khatam karte hain." So it's important to sit across and just hear if there's something, any doubts. I said, "Please," and I'm on with it. And we went. We met Udaji, we met Aditya, and they're very, very sweet, and I love them. I feel they're one of the most genuine souls I know. They're very, very warm people, and they said, "Sonu, yaar, aisa is confusion, but we don't have anything to say about it." So it's, if you need any kind of help from our front, we are there for you. So of course, without your help, it's not going to be an easy task when you're living in Maharashtra. So please, I will definitely call you if I'm stuck with something. And that was it, And next day again, I was boarding people.
We've read so much that a lot of youth feel that an individual like you should actually come into mainstream politics. Your colleagues like Sunny Deol have taken up politics as a career, and he has contested successfully from the Gurdaspur Lok Sabha constituency on a BJP ticket. Do you plan to follow Sunny's footsteps in the near future?
I would say, I have my own rules. So that politics, I was offered politics years back from all the best of leaders. They said, "Sonu, you are made for politics and you will do very well." But as an actor, I have still miles to go. I have to do lots. I enjoy being in front of the camera. So I said, no, this is not the right thing. But I can promise you, the day I enter, maybe after years and years, I don't know when it is going to happen, I will set my own rules. I will make sure that, if I was today connected with any political party, I wouldn't have been able to send these 92,000 people back home. But the day if I come, I will set few of my rules. Okay, I believe that this is what is right. This is what we need to do it. And these are the channels that we need to follow to make things happen. So, of course, I don't know when, how, but if ever it happens, I will make sure that, I'll bring a lot of smiles on a lot of faces.
We're looking forward to that. Now, coming to social media, during the lockdown, you've stayed occupied saving and helping migrant laborers reach home safely, even at 4 a.m. in the morning at many times. So while you might have not had the time to react to the comments posted by your fans on your work, we've managed to search some of the interesting fan comments on your page and shall get you to react to them in our favorite segment, Internet Ask Sonu Sood. So Akshat wants to know, this is pretty cool. Is there a suggestion for you to start endorsing a delivery service?
Oh, that's pretty cool. Of course, I've been delivering people back to their homes. So I think I have my own brand, and maybe we'll have a new delivery service which will make sure that everyone is delivered at their doorstep, and that too in time, safe and sound.
Safe and sound, I think, or Swiggy's and Zomato, in case you have not already signed Sonu Sood, there's no better brand ambassador today to actually sign him quickly. Okay, the next one, please. Right. This is cool.
If Sonu were a drink, he would be a Hira Masala Wow. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I think all these...
have you seen all of these, Sonu? Has people forwarded you all such cool things that have been written about you?
Yeah. A lot of people, yes, forwarded me, and I think they were pretty cool, and that shows how creative minds we have in our country who think so. If we had these kind of minds working in our ad agencies, I'm sure everybody is going to be a super hit.
Perfect. Yes. Next one, please. Right. I think this is actually Shruti wants to understand, because I think you actually posted Sanjay Gupta, where he said that brother, in the next film Akshay Kumar is going to play Sonu Sood. Right. So Shruti wants to know, would you like to produce this one as well?
Sanjay, I remember Sanjay Gupta had messaged me that Sonu, I read somewhere and I would love to have those rights. And I've heard Akshay Kumar is doing that film. So I said, don't worry, sir. If whenever this film will happen, we won't have an Akshay Kumar. We will have a Sonu Sood playing himself. Yeah.
Okay. Sonu Sood's body is so good. If not, so he should be called Sonu Good. If not an actor, would you have been a bodybuilder? Is what Akshita wants to know.
Thank you so much, Akshita, for this lovely tweet. And I don't know, I always was into fitness when I was in my college days also. And I remember after I was into fitness, then I thought of getting into acting. So I don't know whether I was really keen to be a bodybuilder, but yes, I was always into fitness, and I still love, just before I started the whole interview, I was just doing my little bit of exercise, what I could do at my place with what limited sources I have. But I enjoy fitness, so maybe that's a part of my life now.
And it shows also. Great. Kudos. These were some of the fun questions. We'll go back to our interview. So now, while you signify the true definition of hero, ironically, throughout the years in Bollywood, you played some of the most iconic villains, from Dabangg to Simba, where the audiences vociferously love to hate your character, which is in fact a true hallmark of a negative role. Do you think taking up and acing these negative roles affect your chances of getting brand endorsement? So now, especially in today's time where you are regarded as the superhero, will you now consciously refrain from taking up negative roles, as it might no longer match your current positioning?
I was not very keen to play negative roles, but like they say, beggars are not the choosers. जब आप आते हो, आपको कोई जानते नहीं, आपको तो कैमरे के सामने आना है. It really matter कि आप positive or negative. This is how the whole journey started. And those films were hits. And they said, boss, messy roles आने शुरू हुए, and I never wanted to categorize myself into a negative types. That I did a lot of positive roles also. But only thing is, maybe more of my negative roles got noticed because those films were huge hits. So people said, "Yaar, negative roles बड़े अच्छे करता है, positive कि negative आप करो." But my best of films in South or in Hindi, a lot of positive roles also. But now after this, all the roles that have been offered are all positive roles.
All positive, yeah.
Which is good. And I'm sure, when the whole thing ends, I look forward to a new innings.
Yeah, great. And we kudos to you, and we wish you the best for the new innings as well. So it's been a very difficult time for the entire Bollywood industry, with the loss of Irfan Khan, Rishi Kapoor, Sushant Singh Rajput, and very recently Saroj Khan. Talking about Sushant's tragic demise has stirred up a raging debate on nepotism. As a fellow outsider, were there any particular instances where you were treated unjustly due to the lack of famous surname backing you?
My take is the whole pandemic has been a kind of an eye opener for everyone. जो लोग सोचते थे कि you know, they are the rulers, they can't be defeated. I think the times have changed. It's time to face the reality. Boss, आप कामयाब हो, but आप ये नहीं है कि कल आप कोई हरा नहीं सकता या आप से ऊपर कोई नहीं आ सकता. So I think this pandemic has proved that there's nothing more important than humanity, humility, and the wishes that will make you survive. I've seen the best of actors are very disturbed, or maybe they don't know when the films are going to start, whether people are going to come back to the theaters or not, whether people are going to show the same kind of love to you or not. लोगों का जो लोग देखने वाले हैं आपको उनका नजरिया भी बदल चुका है. They are facing those tough times. उन्होंने भी वो पैंडेमिक देखा. आपके पास तो पैसे हैं सर्वाइव करने के लिए, but a lot of people, you go to UP, Bihar, Jharkhand, Odisha, all these people are suffering. वो आपको कितना कैसा देखना चाहते हैं, that's going to be a huge challenge. No one can predict anything about it, but yes, there is going to be a different world once the pandemic ends, and like they said, only the fittest is going to survive. Only the person who's grounded and who has got wishes with you is the one who is going to survive. But don't take public for granted, that's for sure.
Sonu, I wanted to understand from you. Perhaps one of the reasons behind Sushant's decision to take such an extreme step is because many of his upcoming movies ended up being shelved. As someone who has seen a couple of movies yourself ended up being shelved, how do you deal with this aspect, especially the hard work that you've contributed for a film probably does not make it to the silver screen?
I haven't seen that कि कोई भी producer कोई film नहीं बनाता उसको shelve करने के लिए.
Right.
So they make a film because they want to make it. Money has been spent, time has been spent. But आपको जो आप deserve करते हैं आपको उतने ही पैसे मिलते हैं और आपको वैसे ही project मिलता है और वैसे ही आपको role मिलता है.
Right.
You can't claim that because I deserve this much and why are you not giving me? Every lane in this city has a Sonu Sood or any upcoming actor who wants to prove that he is really worth becoming a star. But that doesn't mean that every producer or director is going to sign you or make a film or spend crores and crores on you. It's not going to happen. So the story will always be the same. आप बाहर से आएंगे, आपको ऑफिस के अंदर एंट्री मिलेगी. People are not going to launch you, and obviously star kids are going to get a better launch because they have an access to those families, they have an access to those production houses. But now, if you say you don't want to come to the industry because there's a certain nepotism is there, it's not going to end. It's always going to be there. Tomorrow, my kids, they'll have a better access to someone because I've gone through my share of struggle. But the talent is the only thing that's going to survive. No one is going to make or shelve a film just to prove a point to someone in the industry. Either he doesn't have the money to make a film, either he doesn't have a creative backing to make a film, or maybe you're not good enough as a brand to get a film made on that. So I think that's the reason. It's not. I don't agree कि कुछ section of लोगों ने सोचा कि यार इसको film से निकाल सकते. जब आप नहीं आते हो तो भी लोग आपको लेना नहीं चाहते. Remember, I've got millions of rejections where people say यार नहीं यार इसको नहीं लेंगे. But that's not going to stop me from doing my bit. I'm going to make my films. आप बनाओगे नहीं तो मैं बनाऊंगा अगर मेरी ताकत होगी. So I think that debate is an unending thing, and we have to keep on surviving in this mad world.
Right. A recent brand survey, Sonu, pegged you as the most popular actor, where you've beaten the likes of Akshay Kumar and Amitabh Bachchan to occupy the top spot. It is widely believed that there would be a plethora of brands lining up to sign you in the near future. As brand Sonu has skyrocketed, thanks to people's immense love for all the achievements that you've been up to, will you alter your remuneration and probably charge a higher fee for endorsement starting now?
I'll tell you a very small example. There's a brand that was approaching, and I was in talks with just before the pandemic. It's really pandemic. And we started, and everyone said, okay, so now you're the number one brand or whatever. My manager, the guy who looks after my work, he gets a call from them. They were ready to offer 4 times what they were offering and what they were negotiating. And so this guy, Tushar, who was with me from day one, He said, Sonu, I was always waiting this thing to happen. My phone hasn't stopped ringing. Every single brand wants to, everyone. It's just take it easy. Don't rush into a lot of things and all. This is all a temporary phase. वो भी समय था जब और मैं ऑडिशन देने के लिए यहाँ से बाइक से टाउन जाता था, एवरेस्ट बिल्डिंग में बाहर खड़ा होता था, 1 घंटे की लाइन लगती थी. जब मेरा नंबर आता था, जो लड़की एडी वीडियो पे ऑडिशन ले रही होती थी, वो बोलती नहीं आप नहीं इसमें शूट करते, आप रहने दीजिए. और मैं अपने मन में सोचता था कि I drove all the way from Andheri to town on a bike. I don't look like a model now because my hair is haywire or whatever, And I came here for an audition. I always used to think और audition कभी होता नहीं था. मुझे 2.5-3 साल मैंने जितने audition दिए, आज तक एक भी ad नहीं मिला मुझे. कभी ad एक जो ad मिला मुझे, I remember it was for a shoe company. मुझे लगा यार ad मिल गया, 2 दिन का shoot है, और मैं फिल्म सिटी गया और वहाँ पे मेरे जैसे 20 और बॉडी बिल्डर्स खड़े हुए. मैं उसी एड के अंदर कहीं कोने के अंदर पीछे बेयर बॉडी ड्रम्स बजा रहा था. आई वाज प्लेइंग अ ट्राइबल गाय, और मैं उस एड में कभी दिखाई भी नहीं दिया. सो आई नो दिस इज ऑल टेम्परेरी. दिस इज नॉट समथिंग यू कैन जस्ट एंजॉय कि बॉस देखा मेरा ब्रांड नंबर 1 चल रहा है, मैं इतना पैसा लूंगा, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. मुझे लगता है कि जो भी सक्सेस है टेम्परेरी है, परमानेंट है, उसको बदलना नहीं चाहिए. स्टिल आई want to be associated with all the people who stood by me when things were not the way I wanted. So I tell my manager also, boss, chill मार, कोई टेंशन नहीं, 50 ब्रांड ऑफर करेंगे, 5 ही करना, लेकिन करना बेस्ट करना. So I think it's just all the wishes of all these people and their families who were sent back to their homes. I think their wishes made this happen, and I'm enjoying that.
So talking about your manager, so do you and your manager do any, especially in today's pandemic, do you do any due diligence before signing, and what kind of due diligence do you do before signing the dotted line for a brand?
I was offered a brand it was a huge amount they offered, but it was for a pan masala. They said, "Yeah, आप बहुत fit हो, ये script है, and my manager said, "सोनू करोगे?" मैं कहता, "No, I'm not going to do it. This is not my fault. I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't eat non-veg, and this is not something that's related." But he said, "Sir, ऐसे वो कितने करोड़ दे रहे हैं, आपको क्या टेंशन है, आपको क्या?" I said, "No, this is not the brand I came to Mumbai for. I'm not going to sign it." और बड़ी to and fro बातचीत के बाद I said, "No, it's not going to happen." I realized that when all these brands come to you, it's very important what you try to sell. Whether you're convinced with that, you do it for money, you do it for the brand value, or you do it कि यार दोनों चीजें हैं इसके अंदर, वो कर लो.
So now we have a studio audience as management students whom we call them as brand wallahs. But since due to lockdown, we've invited a few management students from various parts of the country via video call, buzzing with some interesting questions for you to answer. So shall we connect to them?
So my question to you is, in a recent tweet, actor Paresh Rawal shared his views, saying that we should start calling actors as entertainers and our army and police as heroes. So what are your views about the same?
Of course, we are entertainers, so it doesn't really matter if you call us actors, entertainers, or individuals who are just trying to impress people or bring those smiles on their faces. But of course, all the police guys, all the military people, all the doctors, they're all our real heroes, and we really admire them. And we feel safe in our homes because they are there. And even I call my watchman also as a hero, who is there, day and night, taking care of us. And because of him, we can have those peaceful, nights. And I think they are all heroes, whoever is doing their duty. And I think they are the people who really inspire us.
Truly, sir. Thank you so much for the answer.
Thank you, Janvi. Can we have Nikhil next, please?
So my question to you is, as you see nowadays, like all big movies like Gulabo Sitabo, Lakshmi Bomb, and all have been started releasing on OTT platforms. So do you think it's correct to release such movies on OTT platform, or one should wait until things are back to normal?
It's not possible for the producers to hold those releases for when you don't know when these theaters are going to open, or when people will actually be in a state of mind to come to those theaters. There's people, all these producers, they have to pay the interest for these movies. There's a new lot of films that are under production and they are going to release in coming years. And also you can't just keep on waiting for this pandemic to end. An OTT platform, as long as it pays you good money, you recover your cost. You can always make movies. Producers are there, actors are there, directors are there. They can always make new movies. But now, when everything is so uncertain, you can't hold a huge a lot of films which we don't know when they're going to release. Imagine if a big film like Lakshmi Bomb, any film is, they think, okay, we'll release after 6-8 months. The kind of interest on the whole film will take the budget to a next level, and no matter the film releases, it's again going to face those losses. So better to release on OTT platform, make some money, and get ready for a new lot of films.
Correct, sir. So also I wanted to add that as you see, big celebrities like Anushka Sharma and all have been producing their movies and web series on the OTT platforms such as Patal Lok and the latest Bulbul. So do you have any plans to venture on the OTT platform as an actor or as a producer?
Of course, I'm already in talks with a couple of directors who have offered me scripts, and I'm going through those creative meetings. I love to do a series on OTT platform because I feel that's got a great reach, and it's a different platform to explore as an actor. And regarding the production, yes, I'm in talks with a couple of script writers. We are already developing ideas, and hopefully with the wishes soon, we'll have my few stories also on the OTT platforms to explore. Yeah, we are in the process.
So we come to the last part of our, we have 2 more questions for you, Sonu, and that's how we'll end the discussion. Sonu, very few people know about your entrepreneurial side, as you've started a coffee chain in Mumbai, which is Love and Latte in Versova and Juhu. What exactly prompted you to start the coffee chain?
Aditya, I'm from a business family. My dad showrooms in Punjab, and we still have those showrooms. And he always felt that, I'm a great businessman. And all the actors that I worked with, Shah Rukh, Salman, he said, "Yaar, tere jaisa koi banda business ki samajh nahi rakhta." And it comes automatically. When I never thought that I can get into a hotel industry or I'll open these coffee shops and all. It happened. I keep on exploring myself. आप मेरे को बोलोगे यार सोनू मैं ये पीछे जो कबर्ड लगी हुई है ना मैं ये बनाता हूँ आप मुझे बोलेंगे मैं I'll get into it. अच्छा कैसे बनाते हो कहाँ से लेके आते हो लकड़ी कैसे बनाते हो how you design all things. So I'm a quick learner, and I always want to learn every single day. This is something that I learned in the process. जो जहाँ पे मेरा बिल्डिंग है जहाँ पे मेरा होटल है I bought a hotel on my dad's name Shakti Sagar. वो एक बिल्डिंग पहले वीनस की हुआ थी जहाँ पे अक्षय कुमार लॉन्च हुआ जहाँ पे शाहरुख खान लॉन्च हुआ एंड ऑल दिस फिल्म्स एंड आई आल्सो व्हेन आई केम टू मुंबई मैं वहां पर पिक्चर्स देने गया था मैं भी एक डेढ़ घंटा वहां वेट किया है अपने टर्न आने का और फिर कट टू मैंने वो पूरी बिल्डिंग खरीद ली देन आई मेड आउट ऑफ इट तो जो ऑफिस वाले थे रतन जैन और ब्रदर्स एंड जैन ब्रदर्स दे सेड कि हमने पूरी जिंदगी कभी नहीं सोचा कि ये बिल्डिंग में हम होटल बना सकते हैं हमें समझ नहीं आता इतनी बड़ी बिल्डिंग का करें क्या तूने कैसे बना दिया होटल बना भी दिया रूम भी बना दिया चल भी गया होटल हिट भी हो गया हाउ कैन यू डू दैट बट आई थिंक शायद कहीं ना कहीं पेरेंट्स ने वो नोइंगली सिखा दी थी जो मेरे अंदर है मैं सीख जाता हूँ और वो ठीक हो जाता है so it's not something that I can say that I got trained especially to excel but I think in the process I learned.
Perfect. In 2016, you actually started your own production house, which is Shakti Sagar Productions, which you've named after your father, right? You've also procured the rights of a biopic on India's jewel, which is PV Sindhu, right? Yeah. You're also playing Sindhu's coach, Gopi Chand, in this. So what prompted you, A, to turn producer and a sports biopic on PV Sindhu?
I remember I was coming from the airport and suddenly there were a lot of roads. There was no traffic on the roads in Mumbai and मैंने पूछा कि यार क्या आज कोई क्रिकेट मैच है जैसे नहीं आज एक लड़की खेल रही है जिसका एक मैच चल रहा है बैडमिंटन का और अगर वो जीत गई तो इंडिया फर्स्ट गोल्ड लेकर आएगा सो मैं क्या हिंदुस्तान कब से बैडमिंटन के अंदर इंटरेस्टेड होने लगा कि यार अब उसके लिए लोग देख रहे हैं जैसे नहीं कुछ है जरा आप देखिए एंड बाय द टाइम आई रीच my building I sit on the TV तो फाइनल राउंड चल रहा था उस मैच का I saw that Sindhu won silver in that match but when I saw those visuals of those matches जब उनको जब उन्हें मेडल मिल रहा था मुझे लगा इसके पीछे कोई कहानी है कुछ ना कुछ ढूंढना चाहिए ना how चलेंगे ना कि एक लड़की छोटी सी बड़ी बनी तो मैं at least no harm in exploring then I met Sindhu I met the family and all and I realized this can be a story which can inspire a lot of girls across the country जहाँ पे अपने पेरेंट्स बोलते कि यार तुम शादी करके सेटल हो जाओ नहीं यार तू ये बनना चाहती तो बन स्पोर्ट्स इज वन थिंग इन इंडिया विद पीपल से कि यार इसमें कुछ नहीं होने वाला अरे सिर्फ क्रिकेट ही होता है हिंदुस्तान में और कुछ गेम नहीं है But I feel Sindhu proved that we are बैडमिंटन भी एक्सपोर्ट और ऐसी बहुत सारी सिंधुज और ऐसी बहुत सारी स्पोर्ट्स हिंदुस्तान के कोने कोने में इंतजार कर रही हैं अपने पेरेंट्स के एक थम्स अप का कि बॉस जाओ और मेक योर कंट्री प्राउड. So I thought that I need to tell this story and then we started developing it. Just before the pandemic we were about to announce and उसी हफ्ते वो pandemic का पूरा lockdown हो गया. So I hope जल्दी खत्म हो and we're able to come with a big announcement soon.
Yeah, we're looking forward to actually watching the biopic as well, right? This comes to the end of our discussion, Sonu, and before I actually end off, you've done so much. You know, we started off with your career across all languages, international, entrepreneur, producer, right? A philanthropist with a noble heart. What is the future for Brand Sonu? Any items of the bucket list that you want to strike? Where do we see Brand Sonu go to the next peaks that he'd want to achieve in the near future? Can you throw some light on that?
I think I don't plan too many things, you know, कि मैं बाहर कल होगा मैं ऐसा करूँगा वैसा करूँगा. But during this full pandemic, I got connected with thousands of people. You know, 7.5 lakh people had approached me to go back to their homes. I could say 90,000, and I could many thousands who got a way or somehow could reach back to their homes. During these times, I realized key career, films, above all these things, there's a life which is that you have to do something for the society. You have to develop that, how much you can give back to the society. I plan to go back to these states. I have every individual's number. I want to go back to Bihar, I want to go back to UK, I want to go back to Orissa, Assam, Jharkhand, all these places, connect with those families, generate some work for them, do some kind of skill labor, do something for them. I'm already in the process for past 1.5, 2 months, day and night I've been working on that. Hopefully very, very soon, in a week or 10 days, you will see I'm making some plans which will be the biggest ever and which will generate a lot of work for them. And I hope that everything falls in place, and I want to stay connected with all these people. And they are my extended families now, living in different states. And hopefully, the bonds are going to get stronger.
With that, on behalf of the entire team at Kiska Brand Bajega, Sonu, we applaud your tireless contribution towards thousands of people during this lockdown and wish you more power and strength for all your future noble causes. We hope you keep entertaining us with your power-packed performances, and we wish you great health and success for all your future endeavors.
Thank you so much, Aditya. God bless you. Thank you.
I will see you again at Kiska Brand Bajega, where we take you behind the journey of some of the biggest celebrity brands and their brand chronicles. This is Aditya Bhatt signing off. Until next time, happy branding and stay safe.
I chose certain films on some credentials. I never thought that a movie which has Akshay Kumar, sensible man, Sunny Deol, sensible man, everybody there, I never thought that movie is going to turn out to be Janice Dushman.
Do you believe that there is a time cycle in Bollywood for a voice?
Where everybody has gangs and cams and you have to do something for them to make them happy. Earlier, it was not like that. इससे बड़ा माफिया क्या हो सकता है कि you can talk about your prime minister of the country and you will be written about. But you cannot talk about one person because it won't be written about.